ain't alright, the hardness of my head. Now close your eyes, spin around, say hard times, you could find it ain't the way that you want. But it's still alright. They say you learned a lot out there, how to scorch and burn. Gonna have to bury your friends, then you find it gets worse. Standing out on the ledge with no way to get down, you start praying for wings to grow. Oh baby, just let go. My friends, how's it going? That song takes me away and brings me back. I'm going to teach you how to play it, though. This is a dear song. I've always loved this song, but reading the comments on any of Nathaniel Rateliff's videos for this song, the comments on YouTube are just, you can see how much this song means to people. And I really want to teach you how to play it here for those of you who are interested. So Lindsay, this one's going out to you. You sent in an email asking for it, and this seemed like the perfect song to teach right now. So I'm going to help you all out. And let's get into it. This song, Capo 3rd fret, okay? That'll let us play along with Nathaniel Rateliff. He does Capo 2 in some live versions, but Capo 2 or 3. You only need 4 chords, right? And that's a good part about this song is the chord barrier of entry is pretty low, right? So a C, a G, an F major 7, and an A minor. The good news about this is that F major 7, do not be scared away by it because it's you don't need to do any barring. We're not going to worry about that thickest string at all. Okay, we're going to mute it with our thumb. Let me show you these finger positions here. Notice for the C and for the G, notice how for the G especially, I'm using my ring finger in middle down here on the thickest 2 strings, just like I am for the C. So it makes it a really, really, really straightforward transition. And I really recommend that you use this finger positions for the G, because if you're going like this, every time you switch, it's going to make the song really difficult. So it's worth learning this. I'll link out to another lesson that I have talking about this. It's a G sort of finger position cheat sheet, and it shows you when to play your G like this versus when to play it like this. There's a time for both. It's all contextual. It depends on what other chords you're playing, right? For example, if you're doing a C add 9, it makes sense to do a G like this, but you're not doing that in this song, right? So play the G like that. It's my recommendation. A minor, straightforward. You have 2 options for the F major 7. You could do this 4-finger version, or if you're having trouble with that, just do this 3-finger version. And this one is really nice too because it's very similar to that C and that G. Notice how the ring in the middle are all kind of just staying diagonal from each other, right? So those are the chords. These are written up in my practice notes. If you need help, it's over on my website. And also, my beginner chord guide breaks down each of these chords for you, shows you how to practice them, what other chords to practice them with. It makes practicing more fun, and it'll help you sort of get fluent with them quicker. So that's over on my website. Let's look at how to play the song, though. Let's dive right into the verse, okay? So the verse, it looks like this, okay? Now let me explain how I've written this up. This is a weird song because see that middle section of those C's? There's just 4 C's in a row, right? Every bar you see here, you have 1 measure or bar of A minor, 1 measure of F major 7. I'm just going to call that F from now on. And then 4 measures or 4 bars of C. And when you're hanging out on that C, you're not singing. And it kind of almost becomes like you're hanging out on it a little bit too long and you kind of get anxious. Be calm and chill with this song, right? Because you listen to his version, this is what he's doing. You want to give it the space it requires and demands, right? And then you end the verse with this A minor to F again. So let me show you how to practice this. Okay, this is important. This is a pretty quick song. The tempo is quick. I don't want you pulling off the full strum all out of the gate, and then it kind of slows you down, makes you trip and fall, and makes everything harder. Start easy with the strum. I recommend just doing a down strum on the 1 and the 3 count, right? So if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Get comfortable with this, right? And then from here, we can settle into the song. Now, I've only written the 1, 2, 3, 4s under the A minor, and the reason why is it is assumed, I am making this directly clear to you now, that every one of these measures that follows has 4 counts also, and we're also going to strum on the 1 and the 3 counts, okay? It just makes it cleaner on the page if I just write it once. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, let's sing it, right? It ain't all right, the hardness of my head. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now close your eyes and turn around and say hard times. Okay, we're gonna get to the chorus in 1 minute, but let's get back to the verse here. Another quick note I just want to say is with this song, lots of the lyrics, you will begin singing a phrase in the measure that precedes the next chord, if that makes sense. And here's an example. See that second A minor on the far right? Now close your eyes. You start singing that when you're on the C. Now close your eyes. And that's really important when you start practicing this, because you don't want to wait till the A minor to start singing that whole phrase. And it's the same thing with the very first words, right? It ain't all right. You need to start singing before that A minor comes in. This comes with practice. This comes with putting the song on, getting the lyric sheet I have linked over at my website, and just singing or talking the lyrics out loud in time with Nathaniel, right? So again, I want you to be able to play this and be able to sing it and tap into it, even if you use a simple strum. So one more time, let's play through this verse with the 1 and the 3 count strums. I'll get to fancy strumming a little bit later, and we'll head into the verse, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. It ain't all right, the hardness of my head. 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now close your eyes and turn around and say hard times. You could find it ain't the way that you want. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's still alright. 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now, hopefully you understood it's kind of the lay of the land here. Might be a lot to look at here, but again, I've spent a lot of time writing this up, and I think this is the best way to sort of get the hang of things. The first 3 measures of the chorus, you're going between a G and a C, and you're on each of those chords for 2 beats, right? So G, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You see that? And you do that 3 different times. Now, if you're just strumming on the 1 and the 3, this doesn't change anything. You just keep doing that strum, and you do 1 strum per chord, right? G to C to G to C to G to C, then F. And that's when we resume. It's going to be 1 chord per measure, okay, as I have written in blue there. And notice how you're on that F for 4 measures, right? And then you're on the C for 4 measures there. So it's a lot of hanging out, like I said, on 1 chord. But you want to give it the space and make sure you start singing when you have to land on the first strum, and it's still all right. You have to start singing that phrase in the measure before. So we're on the Fs, right? F, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. But it's still all right. 2, 3, 4. Okay? So that's what we have so far. And there's only one other section we need to know, and we have everything learned. Then I'll show you some more strumming stuff we have to do. This next section, fortunately, is a bit easier because the chord changes are spaced out. So this is more of just G and C, but check this out. Instead of doing 2 counts on each chord, we're going to do 2 measures of each chord. But it's just going between G and C 3 different times back and forth, okay? So I have the lyrics written above, and wherever the lyrics are written perfectly as far as where you change the chord. So notice how on that second measure of G, that's where we're going to sing, they say you learn a lot out there, right? And then the second time through, you're gonna have to bury your friends. And the third time through, standing out on the ledge. This reminds me of being in church and looking at the hymn books, right, where they have like Amazing Grace or whatever song, and there's like multiple verses, and it's just the verses, the words are written on top of each other, and you kind of understand which verse you're on. But let me play through this for you. So it's 3 times going from G for 2 measures to C, right? So They say you learn a lot out there. How to scorch and burn. Gonna have to bury your friends. C. Then you find it gets worse. G. Standing out on the ledge. C. With no way to get down. Then we go to this next line. We're gonna play this line once. G again. You start praying for wings to grow. Okay, then 4 measures of F. Oh baby, just let go. And it's another example of we have to start singing, oh baby, just let go. We have to start singing that well before the C is ever strummed, right? So we strum the F once. Oh baby, just let go. Okay, now with that, we have learned every part of the song. So what you're gonna wanna do is I have a playthrough of all this over on my website, songnotes.net. It just does what I just did. Goes through each section with a steady strum. Okay, and I have it for that simple strum, for the intermediate strum I'm about to show you, and then for the more advanced strum I'll show you separately. Those are available just as a standalone video you can play along with, follow along with, right? But let's look at how we can level up the strumming. Now, here's the deal. The strumming pattern we're going to use is going to be a down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up. Get used to doing it like this, okay? Because especially if your goal is to sing, you don't want to be learning this strumming pattern as you're learning the lyrics, okay? You want to be able to do this without worrying about chords, right? All right, so that's the strumming pattern. Down, down, up, down, up, right? 1, 2, and 4 N. I have it written up in my practice notes as well. We're going to use that in every part of the song except the part where we're in the chorus and we're going between G and C. There we're going to have to use what I call a split measure strumming pattern, and you'll find other teachers call it that as well. And the deal is, whenever you have a single measure, 4 counts, and you have multiple chords within that measure, you kind of have to sometimes change your strum so that you always have a down strum on the new chord the first time it's played, okay? And that's what's happening here. So for those measures, we're going to be doing it down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. We're going to get to that in a second, but let's play through the verse and get going with how this one sounds. So down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. We're going to do this once for every measure you see, right? It ain't all right, the hardness of my head. See, now close your eyes and turn around, say, hard times, you could find it, ain't the way that you want. Okay, and then on that F, we go back to the regular strum. So for that G and the C that I was going between quickly, that's where we use a split measure strum, right? Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Hard times, you could find it, ain't the way that you want. And then here we go back to the main strum. And we're on this F for 4 measures, but it's still alright. Then we go to the C for 4 measures, okay? So again, final plug is if you want to get this, the practice notes I have, it's like 5 pages of all these notes for all the simple strum, medium strum, advanced strum. It's all written up. The chords and the strumming notes, songnotes.net. That's my official website. And I have a link to the lyric sheet as well if you want to follow along with recommended a place to follow the lyrics and everything. So I got all that covered for you over there as well. And I'll link out to all the lessons I've made that relate to this. For example, strumming with accented notes, which I'm going to cover a little bit later, very shortly actually, with how Nathaniel plays things. So let's look at the intro. So the intro, the easiest way to get going with this is to take a C, okay? This is what Nathaniel plays. Okay, how do we get there? How do we learn this? I'm not a fan of just showing you the tab and expecting you to be able to play it, right? I'll walk you through it step by step. The simplest way is to take a C major chord. And these highlighted notes are the sort of, that's that part. That's the sort of main like melody part of the I was gonna say the logo of the intro riff there. So at first, just get comfortable hammering on from open to 2nd fret on the 4th string. Same hammer on, open to 2nd fret on the 3rd string, and it's also with your left middle finger. Then you go back, open 3rd string, and then hammer on again from open to 2nd fret on the 4th string. Start this with a C, end it with a C. Get comfortable with that. So try to memorize that if you can. It's in my practice notes here, but those are the notes we're gonna need. Now, once we add the strumming and stuff, it's gonna get a bit trickier because we're gonna wanna stay in time, but you need to have those notes under your belt. But practice what I just showed you, and when you're ready, we're gonna look at this one. So this one is gonna take the C we already know, we already strummed this, right? Okay? From here, okay? Let me do that slowly. And the idea is you're gonna be strumming the C just by itself. And then you're gonna selectively play this, what I just have tabbed out right here. Then you're gonna go back to the strum C and chill on the strum C. You don't have to play this solo, this solo, this riff thing over and over again. You just play it, sync back into the strum chord, and if you want, you can play it again, but you don't have to rush, right? The song is not about rushing, right? So, let's do a slow one. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, and we go. Okay, a little bit of a fumble there. Let's reset. And go. Reset. And go. Okay, so that's basically what you want to work up to. It takes time to get used to everything. I'm sort of showing you the quick version here, but give yourself time, be patient to yourself. And lastly, let's sort of seg into the Nathaniel Rateliff way of strumming here. For the intro, he's going to use this C over G. It's like a C, but he has the 3rd fret of the low E string fretted, okay? You don't have to do this, but if you want to play it like him, this is a fun thing to do. And he's not only playing this version of C, but he's doing this strum where he's doing down, up, 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 down, up. Couple things going on here. The 1 and the 1 and count are kind of quieter, and then the next 2 strums are louder. Then it gets quiet, then loud. So it's like down, up, 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 down, up. Okay? And he's also doing this thing where he's favoring the thickest 4 strings. But when he does the accented strums, the emphasized strums, he's kind of leaning in maybe to the 2nd string. He's never really doing a full 6-string strum. Here's what it sounds like when he plays it. The riff is the same. I'll do it one more time. The most important thing about this is you get the groove going and you stay in the groove. If you fumble one of those notes, it's fine. On their album version, I'm sure this was a separate guitar. You watch solo versions of him, he's doing it himself. It might not be perfect. That's not the point of this song. This song is not, I can't think of a guitarist who is defined by their pixel perfect, by their note perfect playing in all cases. This song is clearly about the words and the emotion and the groove and the vibe. So it's okay if you're a little bit rusty with the notes in that, in the highlighted notes in that little tab there. Just get the groove going good. But now let's look at how Nathaniel strums the rest of the song, because there's a few new things that I want to show you. And the first of them is this strumming that emphasizes these chippy accent notes on the thinnest 1 or 2 strings. Let me play for you the A minor, the F, and the C. And I'm going to play for you what he is doing vaguely. Like, it might not be it's string perfect, but it captures the spirit of what he's doing. It sounds like this. Okay, so what's going on there? Here's how I would teach this. Number 1, you have to know this down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. You have to be fluent with this strum. I've already showed it to you. I have the separate playthrough on my website where I go through each of the sections. It's vital you know that strum and you're able to play these chords. That's a prerequisite for this, right? The next thing I would say is it helps if you're able to use what's called bass note strumming. And again, I have a separate lesson on this as well. I'll link it on my lesson page. This is where we're going to take each of those chords and we're going to, on the one count, just play the bass note or maybe the bass couple strings of that chord. So that would basically be this. And notice how I'm also not really playing the thinnest string. One more time. Okay, so you need to have some sort of ability to do some targeted strumming. And I have a separate lesson teaching you accented strums. That's basically what this is going to entail here. And we're going to accent notes on the first and second and actually the third string sometimes, but it's all with our up strums. And the whole point of us ignoring the thinnest string and what I was just showing you is that when we do add it in our up strums, those notes are going to stand out to our ear in a cool way. So here's the tab that sort of epitomizes what Nathaniel Rateliff is playing. This is not meant to be, again, a pixel perfect, a note perfect representation of what he's playing, but it captures the vibe, it captures the spirit. And here's how to generally approach this. You're going to do the same directional strumming pattern I've taught you already, right? Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. But just as we did in the previous little tab I showed you, we're not always strumming all the strings. We're going to be very selective. We're going to use bass note strumming. And then we have these filler strums on the middle 3 or 4 strings. And then when we're ready, we're going to add those highlighted notes. And those are all with up strums. Okay, it's hard for me to talk and do this, and also every time I play it, I'm slightly maybe getting a different string batching in there compared to what I have tabbed out. This is one of those things where tabs only take you so far. The whole point of this is you learn the strumming pattern, you practice your strumming where you're not always strumming all the strings, and then you practice accenting notes on certain up strums. The notes you're accenting are always going to be on the thinnest 1 or 2 or 3 strings, and it's as simple as simple. It's as complicated or simple, whatever, as on your up strums, you just kind of have to grab that string and favor it so that it rings out, okay? See my lesson on strumming with accented notes because it talks about this exact thing with some real walkthrough exercises. It's part of my sort of courses on my website, and it uses a song a Green Day song, Time of Your Life, Good Riddance or whatever, as the example. They do that in that song. But again, here's what we're going to do for this one. Okay, you heard those accented notes, I hope. All the yellow notes are just the accented up strums there. So that is sort of emblematic of what you're going to do. You can do this during the bridge especially. You can do it during the whole song, but it's really during this A minor to F to C section when I'm really using it, and also in the bridge. You're going to see it in my playthrough, which I have over on the website showing you the sort of advanced strum version. And I do that with singing and also without singing so you can hear how it sounds. That's one thing I wanted to show you. And then the last thing I wanted to show you was in the actual way that Nathaniel's playing this, what I like to do is, see how I have this written? This is on page 6, I think, of my PDF, my song, my practice notes here. He's doing the same strum I taught you in the intro. Down, up, 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 down, up. We're going to do that whenever we're doing the G and the C quickly. Okay? So, hard times, you can find it. It ain't the way that you want. Da 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 da. One more time. I'll be damned if this old man don't start to count on his losses. Accented strumming, but it's still alright. Okay, One other thing that Nathaniel is doing is, for the C, he's often taking his middle finger off and putting it back on. Likewise, for the F, doing the same thing. Okay, and you're going to see that in the tabs that I've shown you here. And when you're doing the sort of strumming with the sort of free picking accented stuff on the up strums, it really, really helps out during those 4-measure stretches to basically take a finger off, put it back, that middle finger on the F and the C. It's going to make those chords a bit more interesting to do, right? And then that's basically what we're going to do for the entire song here as far as playing it like hymns. But again, if you want to get my practice notes for this, a link to the lyric sheet, and also the videos of me doing a slow, zoomed-in playthrough with the tabs, simple strum, medium strum, and this advanced strum, it's over on my website, songnotes.net. Thank you all for who are supporting me with membership over there and being part of the community, right? It's not just about, becoming a member and downloading the stuff. There's the community aspect. There's a really rich community forum. Discussions are going on for everything, for each lesson. It's a really, really powerful community, and I'm so grateful for all of you who are part of it and making me, bringing like the life from outside of this studio home office I make of making these lessons, the spirit of life and community you all bring. I'm truly grateful for. So I'm gonna stop at that. Lindsay, I hope this lesson's helpful, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, and bye-bye, my friends.